Play the clip.
I'll go here. Go here.
Oh, they're starting to spam dice room instead. What did you do?
What is it? What is it? Very short clip. I'm actually going to try and get a good pause moment.
There definitely is one. I've got mine. I
Go off, Tyler.
First of all, I called this one. Harry says called like everything else, but I called that we would summon the new weapons in a drop.
When did you call this? Because I don't remember you saying that. I'm sure
this. I think this was in our podcast when we were trying to guess how we were going to use these weapons.
Yeah.
And I assumed if it was for an event or something, we would call it down.
Makes a lot of sense too. It makes perfect sense.
You wouldn't go in there with them. I think this is also obviously yes. Looks pretty cool. It's kind of weird. That color scheme is not very DRG. In the drop pod, it's kind of weird. I guess it's because that's more of a clean chasm look, isn't it? White is generally.
I wonder why that is.
Yeah. And I think you could also assume that there will be another one of these two on the other side.
Yes. So this doesn't tell us everything, of course, but I think if a woman goes through what it tells us, it's that this is what we're being shown here isn't a new mission type because it's salvage op. Doesn't actually technically rule that out, assuming that for any kind of interaction with the rock pox, you just have the option to cool this down. But also at the same time, it doesn't answer the question of how. You know what I mean? Because when you the hacking pod, you cool it down basically by activating the thing you need to hack, right?
Yeah.
So where is that here? I mean, do you just cool it down where you want? With I guess probably not with nitro. It wouldn't make much sense if you had to buy it. I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, it could be you need to just touch the growth and it will cool it down, hold X on the growth, you would an oil rig. Or it could be I don't know. Yeah, you have to press a button you would call ammo. I think it's also pretty interesting that is this kind of the first time that we've seen the growth in a not that atmospheric way?
Yeah.
Because it looks pretty normal.
Well, yeah, but there's no. We know there's not. We know it can go beyond this. We know there can be bigger growths. I mean, there can be much bigger growths. There's a lot of stuff we're not seeing here. We're not seeing any enemies here either. But it's just, I guess this also does make a lot of sense for how we would acquire these items. But yeah, when it comes to I guess what's on the other side of the pod, I assume it's just two of each, and this would mean that in a squad, you have to pick which one you're going to use.
Yeah. And I thought for a second that maybe engineer and scout only get to use the lighter one, and the other two get the other ones. But I thought that doesn't really make sense. That doesn't work with what the game tends to do. So yeah, it could be the case. I don't see why they would do this, but it could be the case that they essentially do the same thing. You can just have different looking weapons, just for the shits and giggles of it.
Well, I do think they do this. I do think they serve different functions, but I suppose the question would be how it would work exactly in solo. I assume you could just swap them out, and it would put it would put the one you got in your hand back in the place or whatever. I think it would work. I think it's fine. But I mean, yeah, man, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. This proves that we're definitely going to get these infections outside of a game mode if they have one, or at least there is more news here.
Well, yeah, I think this is
just this.
Exactly. I think this is probably actually an event, right? Because I think just randomly having this cooled down mid mission would only really make sense if it is one of these seasonal events.
And you would kind of need to be rewarded for it.
Well, that's the thing. How does that work? Do you just have to clean it all up and then you get a bonus? I guess so.
I would assume so. Yeah. Or you'd get a script or
script.
Yeah, just
no T.
point is, this is pretty cool. Very short, but quite informational. And
Well,
also,
I don't think we can. I don't think we can actually glean a huge amount from it. It confirms certain things, but it's really just showing us. It's just showing us something pretty cool. So thank you, Ghost Ship, for your hard work.
Yeah.
And I guess that means they are still doing teasers. Although, let's be honest, there won't be any teasers next week.
Yeah, there isn't an option at that point. It's unless they're not doing the experimental branch.
Unless they're not doing a trailer, Tyler.
Yeah.
There aren't going to be,
but
there might be something tomorrow, which is pretty great, if you ask me.
Which I'm still waiting for, just seeing an infected grunt exist. That's all I can really think of at this point. It's all I could think of for the last 3 spoilers, but here we are.
Either way, the new equipment comes down in a big pod. At the same time, we don't know if it how you use it. Does it replace one of your weapons? I don't know.
The summoning thing is a very, very light blue color. Like, it's not like the red hazard or red ammo color. So it probably has to do with the actual color of the pod, but the color of the actual hologram saying "get away from here" is different. Which I think is the same for the hacking stuff.
It is.
Calling down a hacking pod, it's a different color. So that might mean it's going to be more the other thing. But yeah.
Well, there's nothing else to it. What are you doing? Yeah, thanks, guys. Mwah.